Hey guys, how you doing today? Thank you very much for taking the time to check out the video. I'm Glenn Kay of Silent Takeover, Dolphinshavers and Silent Shavers. Today I'm going to be bringing you a couple of Town Hall 12 3-star attacks with swag, just showcasing a few different styles or attack strategies that are pulling the 3 stars at the moment at the highest level. Now before we get started, as always, if you find the video useful then please drop me a like or comment below, and also feel free to subscribe to the channel where you're going to find plenty more content and videos on Town Hall 8 through to Town Hall 12. And if you'd like to join us in Clash, then please check out the description below. You'll find the clan tags and the requirements for joining us, as well as a link for the Silent Takeover Discord. And so on to the first of today's attacks. It was completed by Stan. So Stan, if you're watching, great attack bud, and thank you for allowing me to use the replay for the video. As you can see here, we've got an island based design. So what we're looking at here is we've got sort of 3 compartments on this one. So we've got an Inferno tower here and one here, and then there's a large section here. So Stan's attack, let's have a look at the army comp, and then we'll break down the attack itself. So the attack that Stan is using is the drag bat. So we've got 1 archer, 11 loons, a whiz, 8 dragons, 2 e-drags, the stone slammer with further loons in there, the heroes, 4 frees, 7 bat spells, and then a CC rage. Now the way that this attack is going to play out, it's a 2-phase attack. So we're going to split the base right down the middle. The top half is going to be dealt with a funnel, and also the dragon portion of the attack. And the bottom half is going to be saved for the bats. So how is he going to pull this off? So first up, what he's going to do is he's going to start working on a huge funnel. So we're going to have 2 e-dragons here and here, and they're going to start clearing all of these trash buildings here. And then he's going to use the king and the queen. They're going to come in from here, and what they're going to do again is take out some of these outer trash buildings. And what this will leave us is a nice funnel here, a nice path for the dragons themselves to follow into. So he's going to place the dragons down first. Now always I would encourage putting the loons down first, just so you trigger any potential air-seeking traps that are there. But anyway, the drags will go down, the loons, the stone slammer and the warden. The aim is to come in here and to target the town hall. He's going to place the rage spell about here, so just between the Inferno tower and the town hall itself. And as the troops begin to bear down on the town hall and the CC is triggered, he's going to use his warden ability just to help the troops get through the town hall. So we're just going to move down to the bottom half of the base. So already the first half of the base and the town hall is dealt with. The heroes have taken out a lot of this side on their push. So what he's then going to do is he's going to place the bats, and they're going to come in from right at the bottom of the base. Now, due to the amount of work that the e-drags and the heroes do on the funnel, there isn't too much splash damage left to take out the bats or for the bats to worry about. So they're going to begin working all the way through here. He will use the first freeze spell on the eagle, just to prevent that firing off at his dragons as the bats get close. And then finally he will use 2 freeze spells here. And at this point, this raid is all over. It's on for the free star, and he even has 1 freeze spell to swag, and you'll see him place that right in the middle, just to let the other guys know that he didn't even need all of his spells. So let's have a look at this replay. and all we've got left is the clean up, so we'll ×4 through the rest of that. Plenty of troops left on the board, so great attack there, Stan, well done. Next up is going to be attack completed by myself, so that's on number 3, so let's have a look at the base. We don't have an island base this time, but what we do have is 3 single target infernos, and also the eagle a little bit away from them. And so let's have a look at my army comp. So what we're setting up here is the bat slap attack, so a bit different to the first replay we've seen today. So if we have a look across the bottom, we've got 2 archers, 1 whiz, 5 healers, an E-drag, 12 witches, 2 ice golems, the wall wrecker, and in there we're going to have further ice golem and the pecker. All of the heroes, 4 freeze spells, a poison, 6 bats, and then the CC rage. Now the original plan for my attack was to push in here. I want to gain access to this eagle as quickly as possible, and then I was going to bring in the bats from about here, and they're going to look to take out the infernos as they make their way this way around the base. As it transpires, I don't need to bring in the bats until later. So let's have a look at how we're going to set up this attack. First up, it's the funnel. So we're going to place the E-dragon here. And what the E-dragon is going to do is it's going to take out this section here. Next up, it's going to be the king, and he's going to come in from about here. And again, what he's going to do is take out some of these trash buildings. And what this creates for us is a funnel for our troops to go straight into the base. So as always with the bat slap, and if you've watched my videos before, you'll know exactly how this is going to play out. So we're going to put the ice golem down first, so that can tank for the wall wrecker, and as always when the ice golem pops, it casts that freeze spell for us with quite a large radius. After the ice golem, it's going to be the wall wrecker itself, and then we're going to go with the queen, the witches, the healers, and then the Grand Warden to bring them to come up from the rear. The troops are going to push into the base, but then what they end up doing is splitting. So some will end up going into this main compartment here for the town hall and the eagle artillery. But fortunately, as it plays out, some of my troops actually end up going this way around the base. So we're just going to change our view here so we can see what happens down at the bottom. So our main army has come in from here, and most of this part of the base has been taken out. And also we've got a second half of the army coming into this main compartment here to take out a lot of these defences. So I changed my plan. Instead of the bats coming in from here, as they're not needed, I decided to push the bats in from the bottom. So what I do first up, because we have this whiz tower and the single target inferno, I decide to place my ice golem here with the intention of that tanking on the whiz tower, so my bats can group up, take that out, and then begin to wreck the rest of the base. However, what happens is we do trigger a Tesla farm hidden at the very bottom of the base. So ice golem goes down quite quickly, and we end up having to cast a further freeze spell just to help the bats get through this bottom part of the base. However, once that goes down, the bats are pretty clear to run the rest of the base. So they're going to start pushing upwards, and we use our remaining 2 freeze spells on each of the whiz towers just before the bats get into range, so they're not taken out by the wizard's fire. We're then left with plenty of troops left on the board, a few bats left for clean up, and on this one what we managed to swag is the AQ ability. So let's have a look at how this one plays out. all that's left is the cleanup. And again, with that attack, plenty of troops left on the board, and we also swag the AQ ability. So that's it for today, guys. As always, if you found the video useful, then please drop me that like or comment. Let me know what you think and if you're using these attacks yourself. And don't forget to subscribe just so you're kept up to date when I upload my regular videos. Until next time, guys, keep on clashing.